Today's podcast is brought to you by Howler Head Whiskey. You can check them out at howlerhead.com, a handcrafted, award-winning, 80-proof Kentucky straight bourbon. And listen, damn it, it's got the flavors of banana. You like MMA, you like Dana White, you like the UFC. Let's support them, baby. Get the bourbon, get the Howler Head Whiskey, the only whiskey you will find at Fury Fighting Championships. HowlerHeadWhiskey.com, howlerhead.com.
Now, Houston, Texas, make some noise because the time for talk is over. It's time to unleash the fury.
You never have to pull your own when you've got a Big Johnson.
Ugh.
Woo! Diego, get us some Big Johnson t-shirts.
Come on, Diego. What are you doing, man? We're waiting on you, Diego.
Hey, what do you talk to Marcus, man? Marcus ain't afraid to rip off some shit, man. He'll throw some Big Dick Johnson t-shirts out there.
Big Dick Johnson. He threw in dick.
What? Did I? Oh. We weren't talking about dicks?
He threw in.
We weren't talking about dicks?
Diego, don't be a pussy.
No. It's
Come on, Diego, stop being a pushy.
Johnson the nerd in the t-shirt pictures.
If you ain't got you one of these Live Oak vodka hats, you better get you one of these Live Oak vodka hats.
I need one of those Fury Fighting Championship hoodies, man. Diego's rocking it today, man.
See what that shit says in the back? Iron Mike Tyson
That
quote?
stupid code that just texted you again.
Nah. No thanks.
Where'd that hoodie come from?
What Tyson quote is on the back? Is it the one about everybody has a plan till
yeah,
it punches the
Where'd
face?
that hoodie come
Good
from?
one.
That's when they first started coming out with the hoodies. It was like one of the first press, I guess.
What was the last story?
So that's an OG original release right there.
Damn, I didn't get one of those. That looks cool.
Yeah, man.
You did get one of those.
I don't have one of those. Mike Tyson ones?
Yeah.
Nah, man. That was back when
That was before we were Fight Pass days.
I know.
Ooh, look at that.
Hey, look. I showed up and we got to Fight Pass pretty quickly. Actually, I came on like one or two.
That you did.
I think I was at like 30. 30 was one of the first ones I started like shooting.
It was probably Lake Charles or Corpus Christi, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Yeah. That was when I mean, up until then, it was just kind of me hanging around talking bullshit with y'all. Hey, we
good old
are
days.
live, Diego. We are live on OnlyFans right now.
What's up?
What a great week it's been, man. How are you, Diego?
I'm great.
You look like you're trying to set up a show. Like
Loving life.
Eric
Loving
staring
life.
at his crotch on the camera.
Dealing with insurances.
Hey, speaking of insurance, shout out to the family of Virgil.
Yeah, man. Speaking of insurance.
It's an insurance claim. Gonna happen.
Yeah, hey. Touche, my friend.
A character that I think even everyone should remember. Virgil.
Dude, see, Eric's playing on his phone. He that's the golden era. That's his favorite era of wrestling. He would actually
Ted
have some,
DiBiase.
Yeah,
See?
there you go. Yeah.
R.I.P. Virgil. And one
died?
that Eric may not know. Yeah, he passed away
How old was he?
yesterday, I think, man.
63, I think he was.
Yeah,
I love Virgil.
somewhere around there, man.
Little
He
20 years.
had a little short battle with
Sleeveless.
Sleeveless,
dementia.
the vest.
Yeah.
The vest he would show.
That's what I want to see you on announcing Fury Sleep.
All right, I got to get with
be nice.
Ways to Well and get back in the gym, and
Hey,
just about 6 weeks.
Speaking of
and
sports,
then boom, I'm rocking
You
it.
see Mike Alexander Sports Coat?
Yeah.
He opened that shit up. He's got a custom Fury sport coat.
Wow.
Where's mine, black belt Mike?
Yeah, Mike.
Wow,
Where's my shit?
He's hoarding the sponsorship.
I mean, of all the people,
hell?
Wayne's on the TV the whole time. Why doesn't he have a custom jacket?
Come on, Mike.
Mike.
Because fuck Wayne Leggett. Who the fuck is he?
That's Big Johnson Wayne.
I remember one of my first inappropriate, funny jokes I made as a kid was about Virgil, and Ted DiBiase came out, and it was the first time I saw
what was the
Virgil.
joke?
Oh, it was something along the lines of like, "Damn, the $1 Million Man got a slave," And
That was the perception.
that was what it was.
That was how
yeah.
it looked,
Yeah.
as a kid for sure, man.
And I was just a kid, and I was like, "Damn, is this okay?"
Yeah. Even before all the forward progress we've made,
Yeah.
that would never fly today. If anything, it'd be reversed. DiBiase would be the manservant. I think
Yeah.
that's what they called him.
Manservant.
That's-
He was a
Ted
manservant.
DiBiase's manservant, Virgil,
Yeah.
or bodyguard. Then they switched to bodyguard.
Dude, those were some of the best promos, man, involving DiBiase at that time. Come on,
yeah.
the kid bouncing the basketball.
Dude, yes. Yes. The little 10-year-old kid.
Just
You got to bounce that ball 15 times. 13, 14. Kicks the ball. Oh. Sorry, looks
he
like
was
you
gonna
didn't
pay
make
him,
it.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
If they could do,
If you don't do the job right, sorry, kid, you don't get paid.
I mean,
Iconic.
That was such. I mean, I don't know anybody who's under 50, maybe even like 55 and under, who didn't love that era of wrestling.
Yeah, man.
Like that was amazing.
that was what,
amazing.
80s?
Yeah, man.
That really
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, that crafted a lot of people's like sense of humor, and just the way you perceive things, man. It was awesome. I love that era of wrestling. So
You remember whenever he kicked the kids out of the pool? Like paid the lifeguard, kicked the kids out of the
the
pool.
kids out of the pool, yeah.
God damn, what a good time. R.I.P. Virgil and Ole Anderson.
I remember.
a little lesser known.
Ole Anderson, yeah, he was 2 days ago, right? Was he?
Yeah, man, he was a couple of days before Virgil.
Yeah.
He's it always comes in threes. So hey, if you're in the pro wrestling business, man, walk on eggshells right now. Shit.
Well, watch out, Vince. You might want it right now.
Sting's last match this weekend. It could be Sting. He's still diving off of balconies and shit.
64 years old.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Wow.
Still wrestling.
Still doing great, man. Yeah.
Crazy spots, like spots that a lot of young guys shouldn't be taking. So, all of our MMA fans just completely shut off.
That's fine. That's fine.
They
You
all
know,
got off of IG.
They'll be back.
They all dropped off. Hey, shout out Diego Lopez, always supporting us.
Hell yeah, Diego Lo. It was good to see him at the last Fury event in Houston.
Yeah. That was
He's such a good dude, man. He's one of those awesome stories as well. Like there's so many stories in this sport that aren't that you don't hear about and you don't get covered.
What you
And
doing, Diego?
his story is definitely one of them, man. How long did he just sleep on a couch in Vegas? I mean, he stayed with Jason House. I'm sure he got a bed eventually. But like he stayed with his manager, Jason House, just waiting.
Ready for a short call.
Staying within range to make his weight for, I don't know, over a year. Easily over a year.
Yeah.
And you don't hear about like those stories all the time. You hear some crazy stories that happen, but there's so many guys like that. So many guys who are just waiting for their opportunity.
There's so many guys that are fucking waiting the wrong way too.
A lot of people are wasting time.
Like,
Yeah,
sick of it.
we deal with that a lot. I tell you what's been crazy.
Since the frustration coming from that side of the couch this morning.
Dude,
Come on, man.
you want to hear frustration? How about I'm sure you guys have seen by now the post Eric put up about Olivia Byerly, right?
Yeah. 50? Is it 50 fighters or something?
At least,
that,
maybe more.
That have passed on
That was
fighting?
a rough estimate.
Olivia Beerley?
Between the two of us reaching out, it's probably 50. Yeah.
That's ridiculous, man.
They all have an excuse. Like, I got something booked. I went down in weight. Haven't fought in a year.
A lot of them.
I'm signed with yada yada promotion. They're not gonna let me.
Which is absolutely insane to me. Listen, for those of you want to learn a lesson. If you're gonna commit yourself to a promotion, commit yourself to a promotion that's committed to you. Like, and I know there are a lot of female fighters right now who are signed to other promotions who just lost out on an opportunity to fight on Fight Pass
On the main card.
against a girl that Dana already knows about, that Mick knows about, and you'd have been on the main card fighting on Fight Pass. Instead, you're gonna fight in a civic center somewhere and hope that somebody sees the replay. And that promoter who's there to take care of you didn't want to give you an opportunity. There has never been a time where a fighter has reached out to Eric or reached out to myself with an opportunity for them to improve that we did not say yes.
I
That's
was just,
better.
I was
That's
just
better.
going to say that.
That's better than the
I don't know how
opportunity
many,
that
but
they
it's a
have with
lot.
us.
There are a lot of fighters that have come to Eric with that very scenario.
And I've got
but
fighters.
Eric has never held anybody
Never.
back.
I have fighters right now that are under contract that might lose one or two and hit me up and be like, man, is there any way I could take this fight in my hometown? Like, I just need to get a win, whatever. And we let it happen.
Right.
How about there's been times where we've sent fighters to other promotions to give them an opportunity. I mean, I'll give you one now. When the Nelk boys were out at FAC before all their bullshit, when they were out at FAC, they were looking for a 185 fighter.
Because Dana was looking for a fight.
Yeah.
Right.
Mick calls us. Hey, we're trying to find a 185 fighter. This is a great opportunity. They get to fight for Dana in front of him. Who do we send? Hey, Joe Ballman. Let's
He
go.
was coming off a couple
Coming
wins
off a
with
couple
us.
wins, had dropped the herpes bomb, was definitely but signed to us.
Shout out King Bao.
We had no reason to help this other promotion.
Nah, man.
But what we did have an obligation to was to help him. and we helped him get that opportunity to go out there. And you know, we would do that again in a heartbeat. Our job is to get you to the UFC. That's our job. So if you're signed somewhere and they're not helping you take these opportunities, maybe you should talk to your manager about why the hell you signed there. Boom, boom,
Boom.
Hey, speaking of
King Bao, man, we need to like just do a podcast dedicated to him one day,
jeez,
or at least like a
That
good
dude is-
30-minute segment.
No thanks.
he's
Call him in.
he's very dude. He's so smart. If you've ever
Yeah.
listened to his
Hey,
to his
I was not
podcast,
I was not familiar with him
Yeah.
before that first fight for us where he dropped the herpes bomb. And then afterwards he's like, it was planned and I concocted it. And I kind of questioned it, but after kind of following a little bit, it's
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, that was very calculated and it got the coverage that he wanted. And
Now-
he's done some, big things since. He's got a lot of radars.
he dives a little deep for me into the
Yeah.
into the conspiracy world. And listen,
Same, but it's amusing.
yeah,
He makes it
yeah,
entertaining.
He makes it fun. He makes it fun. I definitely
Like in his mind, he thinks there's a feud with him and Jimmy Kimmel.
I do exactly what he's aiming for, and I tune in and listen.
Yes.
You know,
It's like a train wreck.
That's
you know?
what he's trying
Yeah,
to do,
man.
man. So
Where's the list,
yeah,
motherfucker?
Shout out to King Bao, man. I
Yes.
hope he's still
Continued
doing well.
success.
Continued success. When we talk about success, man, hey, Fury FC 86
Golly,
in Dallas. Holy shit, what a card.
Man, Dallas never disappoints, man.
That was probably our best Dallas card.
Agreed.
That was an
and we've
absolute
had some great cards up
Yeah.
in Dallas, man. That the crowd was so hot,
Man, I
and the
love
fights delivered. There was everything you could want to see
Yeah.
in an MMA event on that, from like the finishes, the split decision battles that go a
Yeah.
full 3 rounds or whatever. Yeah, you had like a grotesque injury that nobody wants to
Nobody
see,
wants to see, yeah.
but there it is. I mean, just from top to bottom, that card just over delivered, man.
Hey, starting up top, man, Julius Holmes with a phenomenal performance against Aaron Phillips. Finishes it with
Hell
a
yeah.
guillotine in the third round. was it?
Yeah,
Third
yeah.
round?
We were talking about
I talked
that.
to Aaron. I
There-
thought his hand was broke.
We thought because he wasn't using the left
said no.
for like a good round on that. Well, that was, I guess, I don't know.
He
Why
said no
would
and
you do
asked
that?
to come fight May 12th.
You just decide halfway through the fight, I'm going to fight with one arm. I mean,
That was an issue, but it's not nothing.
I
broken.
don't
Okay, well, that's
know
good.
If I've heard a better post-fight speech in years than Julius Holmes.
yeah, man.
That was there was so I didn't live. There's so much going on live. The show just ended. I've got to get the next fights ready because we had some swing fights. So I've got a lot going on in that time. I didn't get to hear his speech live.
You
And
went and watched it or just heard the clip?
Whenever
so
his
went back
fight
and watched
career
it.
is done, he's got a future in politics or humanitarian work or something.
I went back and listened to it, and for those who don't know, Julius Holmes is one of the best people walking this planet. He is just an amazing person. Like, he's so nice, so happy. He wants to see everybody succeed. I've never walked by him without getting a hug. Like, he's just a great, great guy. And I hadn't listened to it. I got in my truck, and Eric and I both probably do the same thing. As soon as the show's over, we're both watching the feed. Like, what can we fix? Where did we go wrong? What happened? I went straight to it because I wanted to hear what he said. And man, I sat in my car and I almost
Cried.
He cried.
I almost kind of cried. Like, yeah, like it was emotional because you could feel from him.
Yeah.
He's just saying, hey, listen, I don't fit in. I'm not this. You can't put me in this bucket. But what I am is I'm someone who's going to come and perform for you. And he does appeal to all kind of different people. And I can relate to that. Last night in my gym, we were packed full, all our fighters, everybody's in there last night. And I'm looking around, it's me and Sid, and it's like, we don't have any fucking white people. He's like, and we started looking, and we're like, oh, there's Joe. We have one guy named Joe, and we call him Good Job Joe. We have
Good job, Joe. I love it.
and so when we
good gimmick.
started looking back and started thinking about like your friend base and stuff, Wayne, you're one of the few white friends that I have.
You're
And
welcome.
I don't really consider you or Mick to be white.
You're
Y'all
welcome.
are both just,
Wayne's white?
Yeah, yeah.
Orale.
But like the between like Eric and Diego and
Yeah.
Sijin, I don't know if Mick even counts as white because he's a fucking dingo. So I could really relate to the message that Julius was putting out. And on top of all that, he's so well spoken. But what a fucking fighter! Like that dude. His last 2 fights, the fight with was it not Junior?
Is he 9-2 now?
10-2.
Yeah, that was up in Tulsa, right?
Yeah, the
His
one in
last one.
Tulsa, bloodbath, man. Like those 2 dudes throw down. But awesome for Julius Holmes. I'm not sure if we see him again in the Fury cage.
I hope we don't.
I hope we don't either.
Hope we do not.
I told him, I gave him a big old hug and said, I hope I never see you again in this cage, man. You know, like, and God, we mean that. We seriously mean that. Talk about a guy who we might not see again. Holy shit, Jacoby Smith.
He wants to fight again.
He does. I
He's
know,
ready to
but
go, man.
I'm there for it, man.
He's ready to go.
Was
Only
that,
took him 18 seconds to knock out Jared McLaughlin. Are you kidding me?
Say, bro.
Yeah.
And tell me this. Tell me how come every time these dudes finish somebody like in a devastating fashion, why do they walk over to where I'm at and they give me this look?
Because they're like, hey, man, you better get me to the UFC.
They give me
That's
this
your
look
job.
like, you're next.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Hey, that's the fuck you pay me look.
Jacoby did it.
Yeah.
Borrego did it. Bruce Whitehead's done it.
Yeah.
Cody Steele's done it. I'm like, man, what the fuck?
I get the point, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Hey.
That's like your next bitch.
that or we get the like I told you so moment. It's like
I never said no. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
I never said no.
Did anybody predict Jacoby Jones to get finished or knocked out in that fight? I don't think so.
No, hey, listen, I'll tell you now. I don't think anybody predicted Jacoby to finish Jared
That
in 18
fast.
seconds.
That fast.
Jared's a stud. He's only 24 years old. Wow.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and make him and Phillips.
That would be a great fight. He's only 24, and when you talk about if you could take his personality is hilarious. You listen to him like on TJ DeSantis' show and stuff.
Yeah.
He was great, but he got punched through the fucking moon. That may have been.
And it was the follow-up
That's
one.
already the knockout of the year candidate. Like that was insane. Now. Could be celebration of the year candidate as well.
I don't know.
Have you ever seen someone abort a backflip?
I was like expecting the backflip, but then instead he takes the back bump. So
yeah, people haven't seen that. Go to our IG and look at that. Like,
dude,
the way Jacoby celebrated. Not only that, so he does the
was
he does
really
the
awkward.
half backflip.
Yeah.
And then he just starts like rolling.
Yeah, it was kind of like watching Elaine dance on Seinfeld.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, all right, this is different. This is a unique celebration.
And then he did the backflip though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went from doing this backflip where he aborted, and luckily he's such a crazy athlete, he didn't land on his fucking head.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I got some crazy shots of him like flying through the air. And then
that had to have hurt.
And
right?
then he starts like a kid's jujitsu class.
Yeah.
Starts fucking inverting and rolling across
it's like,
the
that
cage.
hurt. I'm gonna roll it off. Roll it off real quick.
He played it off so smooth, goes everything. He's like, all right, now I gotta give him a real backflip.
And he did.
He gives him a crazy backflip.
From standing.
Yeah, shout out Jacoby Smith. Self-correct. I think I called him Jacoby Jones a minute ago.
So much
former Texans.
Y'all remember when young Tyron Woodley was on the scene? Mm-hmm. And he was just smoking cats. Like he knocked out Jay Haran, knocked out Robbie Lawler. Like that's who. And then you take his wrestling.
Oh, wow.
And remember Tyron Woodley was a big wrestler as well. Man. So you've got this crazy wrestling. I don't know if you could pack any more muscle on the fucking Jacoby Smith's body.
I mean, you could, but it would take a lot of steroids.
He looks so much like I do out of a shower. It's ridiculous.
Jacoby would be.
Hey, Lester Batres would say, "Hey, no, he looks like me."
Yeah.
Jacoby's gonna be like one of my for sure picks for contender series.
Yeah, man.
I mean, and
wins and gets a contract.
How
He's
about-
got to.
has to, yeah.
How about you take him?
Cody
and
Steele's
Holmes.
another one.
You take him and Holmes just off of this card. Right now, off this card, there's so we say this every time. There's so many fucking prospects on every card. Holmes and Smith. If they don't fight again, even though they probably both will, if they don't fight again, they're going to be on contenders.
Yeah, they punched their ticket. Yeah,
at the very worst, they'll be on contenders.
They should.
They'll be on at the very worst.
Come on, Shelby. They should.
Hey, another guy who I hope.
Oh, look, Sean just got on the live IG.
Hey,
what's up, Sean Shelby, baby?
Hey, Anthony Ivy.
Dude, the Aquaman is back. I mean, his last couple of fights, he looked great.
Who wants to see him and Jacoby?
Let's go. I'm there for it.
6-fight win streak, 6-fight finish streak for Anthony Ivy.
That makes sense for me for a title fight. If Jacoby's not gonna go get called up, I think him and Ivy make sense.
Dude,
Aquaman improves to 14-7.
Skip over Julius Holmes.
I don't think Julius wants to cut to one. You notice his fight was at 175.
75, yeah.
I don't think Julius wants to cut to 170 until he gets that contender series call.
Ivy and Smith.
I respect that.
Ivy and Smith would be a great fight. I don't know if Ivy has to do much more to get a call back up. Like there was some talk. I really don't know what he needs to do.
He looks like a different fighter, obviously, from when he was there the first time.
He looks like the guy who
And hey, credit to War Training Center.
Yeah.
You know, he made that
Ivy-
switch to them.
Ivy
and
is the Ivy
The difference is noticeable.
that he was when he got called to the UFC.
I would say he
was
looks
smoking
better.
dudes,
I would
bro.
say he looks better. I would argue that
got more
point.
experience.
He looks better
Better strike
than he
margin.
did whenever he got the call up.
look, he finished one of the top young prospects in the nation, Don Doyle.
Don Doyle. Didn't Don Doyle say he'd knock him out in the first round or something?
They said they were going to finish.
I
him.
just wanted to circle back to that.
They
you know?
did. They
I'm
did.
sure Aquaman would appreciate
So
that.
so up until that moment, Don Doyle had only had one opponent get out of the second round. He'd finished.
What was his
everybody.
opponent's combined record?
5-0 coming
Pretty
in.
good, man. He beat 8-4 Steve Jones, which is a big win.
Yeah.
2-1, 4-2. Now, it
Craig
gets
Rowe.
shaky after that. It gets shaky. 6-29.
Oh god, that 6-29
Oh, wow.
guy done fucked the whole. System
Yeah, he-
up.
he-
Listen,
he
listen,
fucked-
guys. If y'all are gonna fight, guys, fight somebody that has. You're better off fighting an 0-0 guy than a 6-29
Yes.
guy because all those losses.
It adds up, and it looks.
the shit adds up,
looks-
Hey,
it
shout
it
out to
looks
6-29 though. I mean, you know, way to
Fucking
stay
A.
at it.
bad, I guess. Hey, shout
Never
out to-
give up.
Hey, congratulations, to Anthony Ivy. Picked up the Kimura tattoo bonus for the finish of the night. We'll give him a little ink slanged up there by Ronnie, and that's awesome to see, man. Unfortunately, we did get the return of our 205 champion, George Tokos.
Ah, bro, what a fucking.
Tuco, man, these two guys, I always
you see
feel
that?
bad.
Jeez.
I always
bro.
feel bad
saw-
when it's two guys that I really like.
Yeah.
And
This is a fight we were all kind of looking forward to.
A little part of me always
Because Myron's a fucking. He's a character.
Fuck.
man.
But, hey,
Wow.
You see him at weigh
I love.
he didn't even do a walkout like we were expecting
no.
though.
He was all
He was
business.
business, man.
All
Myron, I've known. Myron
I don't want to
since-
say it, but you know, maybe you know he jinxed himself by not doing the walkout.
I've known him since like early Legacy days. Him and his brother have always been phenomenal to work with, and one of the just again, there's so many. I say this every show about every fighter. It feels like one of them just the nicest fucking guys.
Yeah.
but so's Tuco.
Yes.
You know, and Tuco, and you've got Tuco and Brendan Allen, who we all know how much Fury loves Brendan Allen, man. And you're bringing in a guy who
It was
Tuco felt disrespected. He's like, why
Yeah.
am I not in the red corner? Where's my belt?
Yes.
I already got a belt, you know.
I liked his post-fight speech
It was
too.
great. I thought it was great. Now listen, up until that moment in the fight, Tokos was pretty much dominating on the ground. Myron had some good moments on his feet.
Yeah,
It looks like he was starting to find his jab.
But hey,
posted
man,
up on a big
you
slam.
can't post up when you're in a takedown like that.
I
Golly,
saw
man,
him.
it's like.
Put the hand out. I was like, oh, he's
Yeah, man.
to break
He had done it, I think, on a takedown before that too, and it was kind of close. And I remember hitting air like, God damn, that was close. And then you know, next thing you
Dislocated
know.
and broken.
Yeah.
Spoke with Myron yesterday.
man.
So you know he's already looking to get back as soon as he can.
Well, that's
It's-
good. Good to hear.
It's going to be a while.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hot minute before he's back. But again, you know, it's hard to say like great performance or anything when it comes to Tokos because Tuco didn't really get to do a whole lot.
Yeah.
But a W is a W. Like he's
Yep.
gonna take his win. That takes his record to 10-3, and that goes down as a TKO. That goes down as a finish. You know, so. I don't know what Mick is wanting to see from Tuco. He only has one decision.
He called Mick out.
Yeah, he did
Yeah,
call
he
Mick
did.
out. Some
Call
more.
out
we
Mick,
need a
Sean
clip-
Shelby,
we need a
Dan. He
clip
called
of
out everybody.
We need a clip of that, Diego.
Of,
Are you paying attention to
Diego's
the
not paying
podcast?
attention to the
Are
podcast
you
at all.
participating at all?
He's
He's watching Eric's phone. He's over there eavesdropping.
Hey, I'm making
Eric's
fights,
got the
baby.
privacy
listening
glass
to-
on. You can't see
I
it,
can't
Diego.
See nothing, but
I'm making fights.
I'm listening to the audio.
What are you doing, Diego?
Yeah, we need a clip of Tuco calling out Sean Shelby and
can
Do
Mick
a-
Maynard
do
and
a
At
everybody.
this moment,
five-round
insert-
co-main event,
insert
right?
here?
Non-title.
Yeah, sure, let's do that.
We can.
It'll be more entertaining than whatever these
Some
guys are
other
talking about.
Too strong.
It would need to be a. Yeah.
Who did we just do? Didn't the UFC just do a 5-round
Yeah.
co-main non-title?
They've done it a couple times.
So we could do that.
We can.
As long as we have a 5-round title fight
Here's
on
the
the
thing.
card.
We can do whatever we want.
Yeah. I'll do
Well,
a
I don't know
fucking-
about that. You know,
I'll do 5
Greg
rounds.
Alvarez would
Every fight on the
argue
fight card from
that-
now on is 5 rounds on the main
Hey,
card.
shout out to Greg Alvarez. You the shit.
I talked to Greg yesterday, man. He was
Love
really
Greg.
nice to me.
yeah, man, we love Greg here at Fury Fighting
Listen, he called me
Championship.
yesterday and he had nothing but good shit to say
Yeah.
about me and bad shit to say about everybody else.
Yeah.
You're still on the committee, right?
Sorry about your damn luck.
Yep.
So, how
Hey.
often do you guys meet?
3 months virtual.
Did you ask him to quit
We got
fucking
one
with us
coming
whenever we
up
have
in March,
Amis and
actually.
pros on the card about
Well,
breaks and,
listen, we're making that transition to all pro, all Ami again.
right?
It just holds more value, man.
I think so too.
It just holds more value, and I think that the Amis deserve their own platform,
Eternal.
and our pros deserve. So starting, I think May 12th is going to be
512 is our first back to
from there
Fury Amateur
forward.
Series.
yeah
All pro.
all pro
6-2 is Fury
Okay.
Amateur.
And then so what you should see all of our Fury shows and most likely all the Challenger shows as well are going to be all pro. And then what you'll see is a resurgence and more of the full amateur
I might do
shows.
an amateur show every month.
As we say goodbye to the OnlyFans crowd.
Goodbye OnlyFans.
We do amateur shit every month.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck it.
Let's do it.
Between here and San Antonio, we could.
And Dallas now.
And Dallas now too, man.
I'll tell you what, man. Shout out to Chris Brennan. He's got a fucking ass load of guys. And he sent us a huge list of Amis and pros. And I'm about to get all those motherfuckers busy.
That's awesome,
Hey,
man.
and also shout out Chris Brennan, shout out Doug Frey.
And Doug Frey.
Hey,
Doug
Doug
Frey,
Frey's got some dogs, man. All of his guys automatically like, yeah, whatever,
Whoever
yes,
you want.
whoever you want, yes. And one of my favorite things is talking people down from exciting moments. And Frey was not happy that his guy got moved to the swing bout.
Yeah, no.
Womp, womp.
And he came up and he was right in every facet of it. Up until the point where I was like, hey, just a reminder, man, like we have to go, we're on TV.
Yeah.
So like we have a TV time to go to. And then in his head he was like, yeah, you're right. No worries. All right, we'll see you at the end of the fight. So I'm like,
It's not like we
fuck
decide.
yeah, Doug Frey. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
man, I would
decide
never-
which
I would
fight
never
specifically is gonna get
intentionally
that.
Do that to somebody.
Yeah.
Like, it's just we have to, man.
Dude, I will
Mm-hmm.
say that is one of the most stressful fucking moments of the night.
Yeah.
Is when you've got me and Eric and we're just staring at a clock and we're trying to figure out how many more can we squeeze in. And because I got to go to the back then and be like, hey guys, you're not fighting now till 3 hours later.
Yeah, and they're like standing in the wings waiting to
Yeah.
walk out, and you've got to go
We
deliver
tried-
that news.
We do the best we can to try to avoid that happening, like them standing there waiting, but it does happen.
Yeah.
It does happen for sure, man.
But those swing bouts did deliver, though.
Swing Bass did deliver, but before that, what about Darian Robinson finishing Darren Whitney? That doesn't happen very often.
Wow.
But, like that's
Shocker.
a big win for Darian Robinson.
That kid's a 45er, man.
Yeah, 45er, and he moves up to 5-2 now.
And I got him booked
Hey, and I think
again.
that puts him in the mix there at 45 as well. But also, it was brought up a few times, and I've seen some different versions of what happened. But the Diarra Culpepper and Mario Suazo fight was pulled.
Yeah, we're talking about why that was pulled.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. I mean, listen, Diarra Culpepper went online and posted 100% why it was.
All right, I didn't see that, so I don't know if we were.
So this
talking
is
about that or not.
listen. Texas is one of the states where you cannot pop for weed. If you pop for weed, you're going to get a suspension and a fine the first time. And then
Yeah, but it
escalates.
It has to be like a certain amount. Like they give you a threshold.
Yeah.
So even if you test positive, if it's below the threshold,
Yeah.
however many nanograms or
Yeah.
whatever, then they let you slide.
Yeah.
But if it's not,
You pop.
you pop. And I don't even think they give you a fine the first time. They give you a 90-day suspension, no monetary fine. You ride your 90 days, boom. But if you do it again, then you're gonna have to pay. Like you're gonna get a 6-month suspension probably, and there's a
What if you bring piss to the fight to pour in the container?
Well,
Well, I think that's what will happen this weekend. He
That's-
tried it. Well, listen, so the drug test guy comes and finds me and is like, hey, man, you got a guy back there that's refusing to piss. I said, who is it? He says, Culpepper.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, man. So I walk back there. It's like, dude, what's going on? And he says, man, I'm going to piss dirty. He works at a weed dispensary.
Yeah.
I'm going to piss dirty. He's like, I don't want to piss. Cause I said, well, you realize if you don't piss, it's an automatic fail. You might as
Yeah.
well roll the fucking dice.
Go chug some water, man, like as
Piss,
much as you can.
Go fight.
Yeah.
Get paid. Win. And
And then if whatever, if it becomes a no contest, then so be it.
But the drug testing guy kept telling me he's already pissed twice and it's not warm. Say it was cold piss in the thing, which tells me it was somebody else.
Come on, man. Throw it in the microwave if you're going to try to be clever.
So then the DR was like, man, let me send somebody to go get a heating pad. Shout out to DR. He tried to do everything he could. He's like,
Shout out
just
Spice,
listen.
man.
And I love the kid, man.
Yeah, me
He's
too.
talented, bro.
Hey, I
Like,
ran into him at the hotel in the elevator on the way down. You know, we had a little conversation, man. He's one of those guys that I enjoy watching, and he fought for us, you know, way back in the day.
Bakaran Reed.
Yeah, man, had
we
a
may not
banger.
agree with the rule, and it's a little archaic. See,
Yeah.
other states are just fine with it.
Exactly.
The rules are the rules,
Right.
And
There's nothing I can do about
we
it, guys.
can't do
I pay
anything
for
about
them. I pay for your drug test. How about that? That's how I apologize. I could take it out your check, but I don't.
Shout out Eric Garcia.
yeah,
He's back in his phone already. He didn't
Yeah.
hear.
Hey, I'm making fights, baby.
Hey, there was some great fights as well. Great performances on the.
Trying to record a
the
podcast
undercards.
here, sir. Who are you matching right now?
Cam Smotherman.
Anthony Valenzuela,
Babyface
Sharif
killer.
Koripov. No, Sharif didn't fight. Austin Jones, Pena Alamov,
Austin
and
Jones
Dominic
put Derek Adjade away.
Carrera all picked up big wins.
Shout out to Derek, man.
Gavin Teasdale did not. I'm hoping that guy. For those who don't know, Gavin Teasdale is one of the best high school wrestlers to ever come out of Pennsylvania.
He was a name. I think Fight Pass wanted to know why we didn't have him on the main card at 0-1,
which is one of the hardest states to win a wrestling championship in. He won 3. And he's
Kudos,
0-1.
man.
Fight
Kudos,
Pass
props.
wanted him on there, but I don't think it's any secret. Listen, this is a guy who is phenomenal at wrestling. Maybe take the next 6 months, 8 months, and just work on striking.
Yeah.
I don't think that is a negative statement to make to anybody.
He
We've said
fought
that about fighters.
Jonathan Martinez, this guy.
Yeah.
Dominic Carrera. Yeah.
Yeah. No offense intended, but that wasn't the most exciting fight to watch. And it did end up on the main
It
broadcast.
did it up on the main broadcast. Damn it.
Yeah.
All the ones we put up. That's the one that we put up.
And that was the one that was gonna buy us the most time.
That was the name that Fight Pass wanted to see. So
Yeah.
everybody kind of got what they wanted in the end. So
Shout out to Brian.
Yeah. I hope,
Came up
look
with
forward to
Shout out
seeing.
to Brian for using
what
my idea
adjustments-
that I had to beg him to do.
I'm looking forward to seeing what adjustments
Wasn't willing to be
Gavin
done.
Teasdale makes for his next fight.
Yeah, it's that replay is pretty hard.
Hey, so coming up this weekend, El Jefe will be out for the UFC Invitational 6. Man, it's already been 6 of them.
I know.
Headlined by Craig Jones and Rafael Lovato.
How does that go?
Dude, I don't know. Lovato is
How old is Lovato now?
he's 40 probably,
And Craig?
mid 30s.
So not much difference.
I would assume. Let's see.
I always
Craig
talk about 40s being old guys, and I'm that guy.
Craig Jones is
Hey, it
Craig
happens.
Jones is 32.
40 is different today than it was 20 years ago. That's for sure.
40 is old for an athlete.
Yeah.
It's old in this fucking sport, I can tell you that. He's 40 years old. So 32 years old for Jones, 40 years old for Lovato. Lovato, up until Gordon Ryan came into the game, was easily the most credentialed, most accomplished American Jiu-Jitsu artist of all time.
Bellator champ.
Bellator champion, LFA champion at one point.
That don't mean nothing.
He won everything that there is to win. And you've got a guy who has this crazy smash style. That smash passing came from Rafael Lovato. Not Rafael, guys. He's not Brazilian. So Rafael Lovato.
That always throws me off.
And
That's his real name?
junior. He's a junior, too.
Mackenzie Dern has a Brazilian accent.
Shawside of Phoenix accent at one time. Taking on Craig Jones, who is part of this new wave. That's not. I shouldn't say new wave because he's part of B Team. But this new wave of jiu-jitsu guys who are very well rounded. When Craig Jones first came in, people really thought of him as just a leg lock guy, but he is so well rounded, man. One of the funniest interviews. He comes out with wearing sombreros and shit. And, I think that
He
dude-
did
That's
that in
cultural
Mexico City
appropriation. You can't do that.
for karate combat.
Yeah,
Dude, we should match him up against Gage.
He went against
Who wore the-
Phil, right?
Against who?
Or the Indian
What's
headdress.
his name? Phil, the UFC guy.
Oh yeah, Hawks? No. Philly Fresh.
Yeah. What's his last name?
He was at
Rowe.
He was at our shows.
Philip Rowe.
Philip Rowe.
Philip Rowe,
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Get with the
Philip
damn
Rowe.
program.
My bad.
Yeah, and they
shout out
did it in
Phil
the
Rowe.
karate combat ring.
Yeah.
what do you call that?
You're triangling him against the end of that.
The karate combat
the
pit.
pit.
That would be a
Karate
pit. Why didn't we do that for Submission Hunter, man? That would have been a great idea.
We could do that.
I saw that and I was like, dude, why didn't we do that for Submission Hunter? That'd be so badass.
Nobody's falling off the stage.
Nobody's on stage yet. Devin tried to push him guys off. But, in this matchup, I think I got to lean toward Craig Jones, like the youth and the experience.
See, the age.
Yeah. Me too.
It matters.
Me too. Yeah,
It
man.
matters.
Are you gonna do that for Nikki and Roberto?
Well, we've already seen this match.
I know.
So we saw this match at the last.
Now we get to see it with different rules at the last 8-man.
Yeah, I don't know what changes. Roberto Jimenez is amazing. Kid, for those who grew up in Houston, we got to watch this kid like ride his skateboard around and then come hop back on the mat, win a gold, go hop back out, ride the skateboard around, come back, and like the kid was absolutely amazing.
I'm proud of you for getting that last name, man. You didn't J the
Jimenez.
Jimenez. He actually called him Jimenez.
You didn't
wow.
call him
I
Jimenez.
guess I'm just used to seeing Jiminy's over here. So, but taking on Nicky Rod. Nicky Rod's a monster.
Yeah, man.
Now he's officially a black belt.
Get your
after he's
refill,
been
man.
beating black belts for
What are you
years.
doing?
I would probably have to lean towards
Nicky Rod.
Go doing?
Nicky Rod.
He doesn't.
Wayne, get you a refill, man.
He doesn't
Well,
know.
we're over here covering the
Come on.
FBI, man, and goddamn, I don't want to miss that, pal.
Boy, guys, thanks for
doing?
giving us stuff to repost, guys, for the UFC. I really appreciate the
Hey, listen.
genuine help here.
Dana would
I'm
be
trying,
proud
dude. I'm
of
trying.
you repouring some Howler right now.
Hey, so our Hallerhead matchup of the night, Mason Fowler taking on Pedro Marino. Houston's own Pedro. Is it Pedro Marine How? Marine How? What
Probably Mourinho.
do you say?
He competed for us one time.
It's probably Mourinho.
It's Mike Torres.
How'd Mike do?
He rear naked choked Mike.
All right. Was that the team thing?
No.
No.
They were like brown belts.
Huh.
In Humble. It's at the Humble Civic
Well, that's
Center.
not an easy feat.
Diego, did you just mix
That
Coke? and
for some
vodka?
reason that strikes me as it might have been the team thing.
I thought it was.
It wasn't.
No, well, I mean Eric, his
was just-
memory
it was
like
an individual
recall is
matchup.
100%. So
Mason Fowler, who won the last 8-man tournament, right? No, wait. Who did he beat? He beat somebody.
Rita.
He was trying to. You're right. He beat Rita. He was trying to call out Gordon.
Gordon.
He won, and then he was supposed to compete against Gordon, and Gordon got injured, and that's why he ended up against Brita. So 215 pounds, Mason Fowler, Victor Marino. Also on this card, Victor Hugo, Roosevelt Sousa. The card we care about the most, Ronaldo Jr. taking on Cody Steele,
You're going to need this, sir.
representing Fury. The last time we saw Cody Steele
Not
on
enough.
the UFC Invitational stage was in the finals, in one of the most exciting final finishes we've seen in Jiu-Jitsu, because we went into that match. It was LFA versus Fury.
We
Came
truly
down
won.
to the very, very last match.
Judge's decision.
Judge's decision. And
who was the judge for that one?
Pettis,
Pettis,
Forrest,
and
and Wrist Locker.
wasn't Fredson Pajau.
Fredson, Forrest, and Pettis.
Yeah. And they
And I
gave
saw
it-
Ed go walk around and talk to all of them before the final match.
I did think Cody won that. He had some great double legs, some fun
Rich's favorite
takedowns.
promoter.
His favorite.
Also in there we got Ben Eddy taking on Shane Shapiro. For those who don't know Ben Eddy, he's got the crazy Hindulatine. Have you seen that finished?
Hindu?
Yeah. So basically, if you think about a Rex angle, where they got the leg over the top, and then your arm is in on the guillotine and your legs trapped over the top. It's fucking crazy looking.
I don't
Man.
know nothing about that.
I
Man.
can't do all that shit. Taking
Too
on
old.
Shane Shapiro.
Shane's a little fucking tank.
That will be this week, guys. Make sure you sign up for UFC Fight Pass. Go to UFCFightPass.com or download the UFC Fight Pass app. And make sure you check out the 6th Fight Pass Invitational. And we'll get ready to announce Fight Pass 7.
to believe
I'm sure here pretty
The
soon after
6th
that.
is already upon us.
Tentatively, May 16th. Tentatively.
And now while Eric is out
Thursday night.
big wigging it with some people, us lowly...
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick. People think that that's the fucking life to live and all this shit. They don't understand.
It's not.
Bro, listen, I got a wife, I got 3 kids, and I would love to be at home on the weekend in my bed watching Suits or fucking some Netflix shit.
Porn.
But no, I don't do that. But instead, I'll be making
Sure.
my trip to San Antonio from Houston, running the Submission Hunter Pro weigh-ins, flying to Vegas Saturday night, doing the Fight Pass Invitational Sunday, and then bringing my ass home Monday to go straight to Escapade to deal with tickets for next weekend's event.
Some might say you should delegate.
I am. My man's staying back to run the Submission Hunter Pro event.
No way I'm working for that asshole. Are you kidding me? Fuck that.
Hey, Submission Hunter Pro this weekend is going to be a badass card as well. Heading back
I haven't seen the lineup yet, so I'm looking forward to talking about this one.
to San Antonio. Let me see if I can pull this lineup.
Ray Rodriguez.
The judge?
The judge himself.
And Eddie Torres is back in action.
Yo.
Has it been since that
It's been
Edinburgh
since he
fight?
got his jaw broken.
Is he coming
that
back to
fight.
MMA?
He wants to eventually. I think
Why don't we get
they're looking for the right.
on Sub Hunter?
Trying. Maybe Sub Hunter.
Well, she needs to come fight MMA.
She's
We offered her a fight at 35. She said she wanted to do 25. So what's the
Yeah.
problem? Just go to our IG. The whole lineup's right there.
No, I don't trust her. Right.
All right. Throw it or Mia Gra.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did.
Boom,
have her
let's
right
go.
Pulled up. Well, Mia's a 15er.
Yeah.
So?
It's on our Submission Hunter IG.
What are you talking about, man?
All right, well, I pitched her for Submission Hunter initially. But y'all wanted to go MMA, so. Olivia Beerley.
We tried that. She's a weight class down.
All right, so main event, we got Eddie Torres taking on, who's that? Ray Rodriguez? 106-pound black belt gi match. The judge. Awesome fight here. Got the crazy wrestling of Eddie Torres and just the solid techniques.
Yeah, man. He's a Submission Hunter Pro OG, man. He's been around since the early days.
Also in this main card, we got Philip Platt.
Jacob
taking
Landon.
on Jacob Landon. Josh Leonard. How fun is Josh Leonard, dude? I really like watching him. Watching him go.
Same, dude.
We got Justin Rennick on the card. Man, we had these. See, this is why I tried to go to the other one so I could say their first names. I don't know everybody's first names. Like I'm sitting here, I'm like I know Justin Governale.
Governale.
Yo, Naked and Afraid vet.
But some of these
Linda
like,
Gutierrez.
And a
Black
blossoming career in stand-up. I want to go see him sometime.
dude, he's funny. Have you listened to any of his?
I've only seen like little clips that he shared here and there.
Is he better than Rogan?
Oh, way better than Rogan.
Oh, good.
I think he can beat Rogan's ass.
How about Barry? Is he funnier than Barry?
I think he could beat Barry up.
I think he can beat Barry up.
Maybe we should start doing like comedy cards. Do like roast battles or something.
I mean, I'd be fine.
Or not. I mean, fuck me.
I think we should open a coffee
Went
shop.
like dead silent.
Open a coffee shop.
I
Eric's
think we
like,
should
what?
open a coffee shop.
We're gonna open a coffee shop.
What do you
Okay.
think? You want to do business? You want to go into business
You
with
wanna
us?
go into
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Let's make a coffee
Black
shop.
Eyes and
Coffee shop. What
Beans.
are we gonna call it?
Black eyes and beans.
I'm out.
I didn't say black guys.
This was
I said
this
black
was
eyes.
this was a fun
What if
conversation.
it was black guys, brown
Okay, hey, that was what I heard.
Yeah.
I heard black guys and beans. I'm like,
Black
what?
eyes, black
I'm
eyes.
not participating in this conversation. We have to really slow down how we say that. All right.
Come on,
Jeez.
brown beans.
No.
All right. Hey, let's
What about a Beaners?
let's call like Joe and Bros or something, man. Let's leave
What about
colors out of
coffee
it.
beaners?
What about Beaners Beans?
Ooh, man. Hey, okay. Well, Eric's got to be the front man for
That's
that.
it.
We can't do that. but
Beaners Beans.
I don't mind. They don't know if you've got 1/8 Latino.
If Eric is okay with it, I'm okay with it. But you know, I'm not coming up with these names. God damn, pal.
We didn't call them river beans or anything like that. We just
Woo!
we got them
This portion of the podcast brought to you by Rich and only Rich Burmaster.
special drinks like that green card latte.
Yeah, I mean we could. Why not? I mean let's
Hey,
go all in. But
speaking
we're gonna
of-
have to like equally offend across the board, and that gets tough. We're gonna need to bring some people on to.
Speaking of special drinks, let's give a shout out to Live Oak Vodka. I'm sure they're happy to be on this segment.
Yeah, I bet they're
right here.
they're
right
excited
now.
about that.
Live Oak Vodka, man, absolutely the best.
Thanks a
vodka
lot,
you can
Richie
get
racist.
right here in Texas. Check out our guys at Space City Collective for the most amazing kicks.
Oh yeah,
here
look
that you
look
can
at your
get.
feet,
Thank you, man. Look at
and then look at Rich's feet,
yeah,
and then look at Eric's feet.
You guys suck, man.
And if you want to step it up, Space City Collective is the place to do it. Hey man, I'm not like slouching today.
No, you look good.
I'm not quite on your one level, but I got the J's.
Make
got the
sure
Air
you,
Max.
you get your Howler Head whiskey and you hop on over to our OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/Fury Fighting.
Yeah, where you
Check
can
out-
see Ariel's butt.
You can see Ring Car Girl butts this week.
Yeah.
We don't do that very often.
Thank Rich Burmaster for that.
We don't really.
Rich gets to see him in person when he.
Everybody sees them
I
in
know.
person. Have you seen
Close
their
up for
outfits?
those
But the professionalism, you know, there's a boundary between Rich and the camera, you know, and the
Listen,
ring girl. So
there's a reason. Whenever I'm taking,
Let me adjust that. You can see a little.
There's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
reason. There's a reason why whenever I'm taking pictures, I bring somebody with me, just so you can, they can take pictures of their own.
he brings his own cameraman.
Oh my goodness. What else we got going on, man? We got Sub Hunter this
We
weekend.
talking about Mexico City
Are we going down there or what?
UFC.
No, we did not. We did not. Did you guys watch that card? Diego, did you watch UFC Mexico City?
Some of it. Not
While you were getting massaged.
That was this past weekend, right? That's where the Tercios Rosas fight got pulled at
Did
the
you
last
watch
minute,
it
right?
while you were getting massaged?
No.
I didn't catch that one, but I saw the one before where
I was kind of bummed
Tapurias
out about
beat Volk.
Ricky, man.
Did you guys
much
see
to my surprise.
Did you guys see the phenomenal brawl?
Yeah.
What? No.
Oh yeah, dude. Hey, in Mexico City, ain't no security. You fight to the finish, and man,
insane.
there
Darren
was
talked
some,
about
hey,
that.
there were some finishes in the crowd. A couple of impressive knockouts.
Yes.
That
I
guy
saw
looked
that.
like Diego.
One dude was
It's like,
dropping
the
dudes left and right, man.
Yeah. Like knocked down one dude, and his buddy stepped up like, what the fuck? He's like, you want some too? Pow! Knocked him. And the crowd was watching it. Like you could hear the crowd pop whenever the dude in the crowd was knocking out the other kids. Man,
What you guys
Crazy.
think about the Moreno and Royval fight?
Man, I just thought that Brandon was just Moreno was just one step behind.
He just didn't seem to do enough. Yeah. And this is
There wasn't that.
I tried
Eye of the tiger. He was missing the eye of the tiger.
I try to watch fights like
There
that
is no tomorrow.
with no bias as that.
Yeah, because he's a good friend.
Yeah, he's a great friend.
Yeah,
Fury, man.
that's the homie.
And an awesome guy. But at the same point, when I'm watching that fight, all I can see is Royval's output.
Oh, he's just throwing.
Dude, the whole
He wants
time.
to say, "Hey, I'm winning."
Yes.
He's trying to say, "I'm winning."
Yes, and he doesn't take off the gas. And so there were more moments where Moreno's defending and then trying to counter. And if I'm watching somebody throw 10 offensive punches and then 2 counters,
Whether they did damage or not.
whether they do damage or not, like it's the visual is
Right.
there.
Yeah.
It's
No.
like boxing. It's like boxing, throwing that output.
You got to go to a
And the
live show.
guys,
You gotta go see these fights live.
Gotta see it live. I'm telling you,
Fucking
this
Diego.
is.
Fucking Diego.
But it's not- hey, no, for real. You gotta go and see these regional shows, especially Fury.
FuryFC.tv/tickets.
Did we got some new buttons?
Why does he go to regional shows?
We got any new buttons?
I don't know, man. I threw a couple.
Let's hit one. Let's see what
Don't
happens.
talk about
Here we go.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Perfect.
That's the same one.
Hey, did you guys watch the Brian Ortega Yair Rodriguez fight? Yeah. Fucking what a fight, dude. When you watch that first round, I thought Yair was going to finish him.
You see, Tracy Cortez was in the crowd.
Was she?
Brian's
Oh,
ex.
well, didn't our guy Christian get a picture with her?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What was Christian doing out there?
I don't know. He's Mexican.
What's Christian doing out there?
I went to his hometown. I don't know what he was doing out. I mean, he's all hooked up with Dana and those guys, man. So he just heads out whenever he wants, I guess, man. Shout out, baller. But Brian Ortega came back and got a submission finish, arm triangle choke in the 3rd round. That was a crazy fight, crazy back and forth fight. I didn't think Ortega was going to survive. You see him twist his ankle before
At
the
the
fight
beginning
started?
when he was jumping.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I heard
Weird,
about that.
man.
I always worry about that because I've seen.
These guys come in there
I
and
forget-
jump and stomp the shit out
I
of
forget what promotion
What is that?
I was at. I saw a guy.
I don't know. And
jump
it's
basically
mostly
blows
Bruce
his knee
Buffer
out.
doing it.
Buffer did it, yeah.
He did. That was UFC 100. He did that, right? Like blew his knee out. Like,
Yeah, he blew his knee out there, but
Are
I mean,
you gonna
he's
start jumping and twisting?
never.
He doesn't do that no more. He used to do the 360 spin,
Man, hey.
right? Didn't he?
Yeah.
He stopped doing it.
Yeah,
All-
I've seen a few guys come give you the fist bump now too. Is right? Like,
Yeah, man. Jordan Pluton, he always comes in and does the fist
You
bump.
need to get right in their face.
It's
man.
my boy. No, I will never do that because, okay, nothing but respect to Bruce Buffer. All right, he's UFC legend. Everybody loves Bruce, right? Okay, there, I said it. Dude, he'll say on one hand, it's all about the fighters. It's not about me. But then he like gets in their shot and he's like screaming in their face and fist bump me, acknowledge me. Like, I don't know, we're buddies or whatever it is, man. It's their moment to shine. My job is to put the shine on the fighter, so you will never see me walk into their space. If they come out to where I am, want a fist bump, I'm there for it, man. A lot of my buddies like to do that, man. You know, shout out like Derek Ajade. You know, a lot of the older guys that I've announced a few times like to do that. But man, I'm just not that guy where I'm trying to get in your shot, go stand next to you while the camera's, there in your face. That's your moment, man. If you want to react to the intro, then cool, by all means. If you want to come out to the middle, meet me there, whatever, but I'm not going to go jump and get in their space.
What if they wanted to kiss?
Who do you think?
Are we talking Olivia Beerley or
Hey, who on the
Madison
Fury
Wood
roster
or-
have you announced the most times?
God, the most?
I know.
Jacob?
I know the answer.
I don't know, man.
I know the
I
answer.
don't know, man.
Cameron Graves?
I know the answer.
Jacob Silva?
Yeah, I defer to Rich. I don't know, man.
It's a three-way tie.
Who?
It's Nico Echeverry, Jacob Silva, and Cameron Graves.
Well, Bart announced some of Jacob's fights, though. And Cameron's.
Probably Nico Echeverry.
Not for Fury.
Oh.
Catch combat.
Ooh.
Woo!
Did y'all know? Did she ever get out of Ludacris's way?
Who?
That bitch. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Because I was thinking about that. I was like, who has Wayne announced the most?
I think it's Nico.
Yeah, it very well could be. The
Like it's-
three names you mentioned, yeah, man, that sounds about right.
I'm pretty sure it's Nico Echeverry.
Anthony Ivy is another one. I've announced quite a few, but I don't think he fought amateur for us very much. So,
Right.
Nico, I think, did. Jacob Silva.
It's close. So when we were doing the Hall of Fames, we had to go back and pull up fighters' records and stuff. And Nico has fought 16 times for Fury.
That's insane, man.
Now, going back, he goes all the way back to Fury 18.
Who do you fight?
He fought Jason Solis in that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he lost a decision in that.
Jason fought Colton England, I think, for his debut, didn't he? Who did Jason Solis fight? Was it Nico or Colton?
I
think
want
it
to
was
say,
Colton.
I think it was Colton. He fought Colton England. He lost a split. I mean, Jason Solis was no joke. I mean,
Yeah, man.
He lost a split to Colton. He beat James Gonzalez. He beat Nico Echeverry. And then there was the no contest with Desonic.
What promotion was that for us?
Fury,
Oh, that's right,
22. Yeah, all of his fights have been for
Eye
Fury.
pokes.
Except for he had one amateur fight with Legacy.
How old is Jason?
He's probably 30 now.
Yeah.
Jacob Silva's first Fury fight was Fury 7.
Jeez.
So
Golly, almost 80 events ago.
Tapia?
I do remember Altarpia.
That was almost 80 events ago.
How crazy. is
Jacob Silva's Fury debut. That is crazy,
That
man.
was his third fight. His third fight ever. Let's see who was on Fury FC 7.
Sage Northcutt.
Northcutt, right on the
man.
front.
Yeah.
Bubba McDaniel was on there. UFC vet. Charles
The-
Segura Juarez. Ray Blodgett. Trevor
I remember
Giles,
these names. Yeah, man. The
Adrian Yanez.
Put some respect on my fucking name. guys.
Yanez.
Hey, shout out to my
Yanez.
guy Terrence Ferguson.
Bro, those were
All
like
these
OGs,
names, man, they're
bro.
coming back to me as he's saying them, man. We had some good times. Dude, one of the early Fury fights that we had on
How
the
many fights
radar
on that card?
that didn't happen, that kind of broke my heart that we didn't get to see was
That's it.
Hurricane Ike versus Bubba
The whole
McDaniel.
card.
Well, none of these guys are on it. You
All right, fuck me.
I
Hey, got to go see a live event, FuryFC.tv/tickets.
Artenis Young, Sage.
Shout out to
and,
Ike, bro. He's been doing
Dale
good
Mitchell.
with that burn
They don't show their fights on there.
They might have fell off the card.
That would have been a good fight though. That Bubba, Ike versus Bubba.
Yeah, man. We had him. Eric asked me to bring Bubba into the cage and bring Ike into the cage and like interview him and stuff. We got like pictures of it and everything, and like ask a couple of questions or whatever, and then I kind of, all right, guys, now face off. And they like, remember I said face off, I kind of said off the mic, all right, y'all face off. Dude, they got in each other's face like. I'm used to the pro wrestling world. I was expecting like a worked face off, but they got in each other's face, and they said some things that I'm not going to repeat on here, but they were in each other. I was like, oh shit! I like
They
look
say
at
your
Eric.
mama's an astronaut?
I look, yeah, pretty much. I like looked at
Mama's
Eric
an
like,
astronaut.
hey man, I don't know what you want me to do, but this might come to blows right now. But then like professionals, they ended
Diego.
up backing up.
Diego.
But that was a good fun memory. Bubba McDaniel and
Bubba McDaniel.
Ike Villanueva.
Let's see if Diego gets this right.
All right.
Diego, what do you call a black guy on the moon?
I don't know.
An astronaut, you racist. What's wrong with you?
Golly, man.
You got me good.
I wanted to like give you the answer, but I kind of wanted to let you.
said astronaut.
I kind of wanted you to work your way out of that yourself, but yeah,
What do
shit.
you mean you don't know?
What do you call a Mexican guy on the moon, Diego?
I don't know what.
Fucking racist.
Man.
That's right.
They're asking, what do you call a white guy on the moon?
Hey,
An astronaut?
We'll just like run the gambit. Hey, what do you call a Filipino on the moon, Diego?
I don't know what.
Hey, I think we got a new running bit for the show, guys. Whenever Diego's not getting a massage, he's a racist astronaut hater.
Diego's going to say he doesn't know to everybody until you say, what do you call a white guy on the moon? An astronaut.
It's an astronaut. Neil Armstrong, right?
Oh my god.
Good times, fellas. Shout out Howlerhead Whiskey for these.
Hey, we got
these
Fury
moments.
next week, March 10th.
Oh, but it's gonna be a crazy card.
Where's that one? Is it here in town in Houston, or
Yes, sir.
we're going somewhere? All right.
Wayne's not sure where everything is. At
No,
this
no,
point. He's like,
I'm
"Y'all bitches
not.
keep
I'm not
changing
tagged
shit."
in the Facebook chats that you got for this Sunday or that March 10th. So in my mind, I'm
Why aren't you
thinking
on
like
Facebook?
March 24th is the next fight
You like to
after
be in
this
those
weekend.
groups?
You want to be in those groups, man?
Whoever's in charge of letting me know when the dates are, you're doing a miserable job. But I'll be there. I'll find my way.
Hey,
I'll
you
just-
know who it is.
Yeah, me neither. But I'm looking forward to it. Goddamn. But not as much as I'm looking forward to Fight Pass Invitational 6 on UFC Fight Pass this weekend.
You son of a bitch. You get hey, on the main card, defending the title, we got Paris Moran taking on Shamik Harvey for the 125 title. That's gonna be a fun fight, man. Well, this one we just added this one recently. John Giannis and Gabriel Vanderlei.
Send me a note.
Oh, yeah, I saw you guys added that one. I saw a graphic for it online, man. That's going to be a banger.
Shojin Mickey and Jomar Pak.
Hey, I like Jomar.
Yeah, man. Shojin Mickey ain't no joke either.
Pak fought Harvey last, right?
He came from
Yeah.
Joe.
Third Coast, right?
Yeah. You're in there, Diego.
Shane Torres and Gabby Echeverry.
No,
March
me.
10th.
No.
We got the return of James Ford taking on Manuel Garcia.
Ooh, James Ford. Heavy hands, man.
Kevin Rosas taking on Gilbert Mejia. And then,
Mejia.
Yeah, him too. And then Cutthroat Kyle Todd Rank
Toe drank.
taking on Jacob Burry.
Oh, man.
That's
That
gonna be
is that
bad.
opening? Is that kicking off the card?
It's the second fight on.
Okay.
Sean Mora and Batar is on. Look, dude, Sean Mora is fucking phenomenal. I like watching him fight. And Toe Drank and Barry, again, it's one of those fights where you like both guys.
Man, yeah, dude. That's going to be a fight of the night candidate right there, man, because neither one of those guys, they're going to let the shit fly.
On the prelims, we got the return of Zach Henson. When was the last time Zach Henson fought?
Wow.
Golly, man, like Fury 12. It's been a while.
Been a
It's been
minute.
a long time.
We also
He ain't
got
had no easy fights.
Mia Graw coming back. He said no easy fights on his. Michael Capone, Donovan Manuel, Juan Rosales, Corey Wyndham. Gonna be some fun fights. A bunch of amateurs on there. Well, this is our last.
Who's Mia Graw fighting?
Mia Graw's fighting Mihaela Keller.
All right, I'm not familiar with her, so I'm going to have to go look her up.
She's debuting with us.
Yeah. Kick ass.
It's gonna be fun, man. We've got we tight on these amateurs, aren't we?
Well, it's one of the final shows where we'll have amateurs on the undercard.
Yeah, we're hoping we can announce some more shows coming up as well, guys. We got some awesome events coming up. Dude, when you see this next amateur card we're putting together. Yeah, card.
Fight Pass is going to need to pick up these amateur shows now, too.
Dana hates amateurs.
Yeah.
Well, he hates podcasts, too, but he goes on them.
Not no more.
But what,
Yeah, no shit. Sorry, Howie Mandel.
Could you
Fuck.
imagine
Did you see that clip?
Yeah, he just walks off
Yeah.
your show.
Dude, hey, after
Listen,
that intro...
he was probably had a lot of shit going on that day and just like,
I think it was planned for sure.
you think so?
Yeah. I
Goddamn, kayfabe,
I wouldn't have even
kid.
showed up if it was planned. Nah, it wasn't planned. He got there and just realized, man, I really
Rich
don't
back here pulling back the curtain like, hey, guys,
That shit wasn't planned, bro.
I am.
it's fake.
There's no kayfabe on that part.
It's
he
fake.
I would have just not went.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He don't have time to waste.
That's
Exactly.
so it
that-
wasn't.
that's
so it
Rich's
wasn't,
point.
That's exactly.
That's Rich's point. He thinks they
Yeah,
staged
so it
it.
wasn't planned. So
What's bigger news? Dana White goes on Howie Mandel's show and talks for an hour, or Dana White walks off Howie Mandel's show in 30 seconds?
So you think Howie knew that he was going to do that?
Yeah.
No, because why did they just sit there like?
It looked like genuine shock to me. So if it was a work, then they all deserve an
Listen,
award.
I'm going
but
to pull back a big curtain.
maybe Howie knew, but the others didn't.
I'm going to pull back a big curtain here, and I want you guys to just brace me. It's been a while.
Yes, we should do Fury Pro Wrestling.
Marty Jannetty.
What about slap?
Marty Jannetty was a coward and tried to run through that window from Shawn Michaels. We all remember that, right? We all
yeah,
had that
yeah.
happen.
Bobby the Brain Heenan documented that as he
I
dove
don't
through.
mean,
Listen,
I don't
man.
mean to tell this, guys. He knew he was going to get kicked. I'm sorry.
That's
sorry,
fake
guys.
wrestling.
I'm sorry to pull back that curtain.
Rich is trying to inside baseball this Dana White moment.
Whatever.
I don't think that shit was real. Hey, do you know what's real? You y'all seen Fat John Jones?
Yeah, he's put on a little daddy weight.
Dude,
It would seem.
Cormier and Francis Ngannou going in hard on John because he's doing some seminar somewhere.
Look,
and-
man,
and
did you just say DC is going in on John
DC's
Jones?
going in on somebody about
Look,
being fat.
man, come on. We all saw what DC did to that Popeye's chicken. Come on,
Oh.
and that was a long time ago. He's got no room to go after Jones. Come on.
Oh my God, the show's coming to a crashing halt. Everybody's on their phones and bullshit. Hey, listen, next week, Fury FC 87, 310, right here in Houston. Make sure you go get your tickets, furyfc.tv.
You got to see these live events, guys.
Submission
In
Hunter Pro
person.
goes down this weekend in San Antonio. We got a few tickets hanging out there. SubHunterPro.tv.
We're going to really need this podcast to drop pretty quick because he's saying this weekend is
Yeah.
this show. So
Diego.
don't be dropping this
Diego,
shit
we need these
the
shorts.
Monday after
Oh, man,
the
hey, I
Submission
have been-
Hunter.
I have been very good.
You have.
24
You
hours.
have.
So we need the shorts for the UFC Invitational for this weekend, and of you being racist and not knowing what an astronaut is.
What do you call a white man on the moon?
Astronaut?
Way! I was surprised he didn't say sir astronaut. Hey guys, listen, man, this has been a great show. It's been great to get back in here. Eric's dribbling all over himself.
Thanks.
Wayne, do your thing,
Peace.
man.
Hold on. Diego wants to do something.
Go ahead, go.
He
What
wants,
you got
he
to
wants
say,
to give you a
Diego?
field sobriety test.
What do you got to say, bitch?
Hey, Eric the Defender put out a video, all right? And it was, an officer.
Shout out to Eric the Defender.
Shout out to EricTheDefender.com. Eric with a K. EricTheDefender.com.
You know what? Hold on. He should have gave Tokos $500. He TKO'd Myron right on
top of that
right on
All
that
right, well,
logo.
he wasn't in Dallas, so, but.
You got a picture of the arm?
Hey, I know Eric is good for it because he paid somebody at Escapade for doing that very thing. So I'm
Eric,
sure
send
he's going to
me-
make good on his word.
Send me the 500.
Yeah, and we'll make sure it gets
We'll
there.
Make sure it gets.
We'll make sure that 100 of it makes it to
It
him.
gets somewhere.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We'll get it.
But no, Eric the Defender posted a video where they're doing like field sobriety tests, and whenever you're doing this number right here, and they're like, follow my pin, and you do it, and you follow the pin, don't move your head, and you do it. They're not looking for you to follow the pin. They're looking for eye movement. They're looking for your eye to like jerk. So even if you follow the pin, they're looking for like random movements of your eyes. Like there's little jerks in
true?
between there. So refuse the test, kids. Refuse the test and call Eric the Defender if you end up in that spot.
This is how it goes.
They'll take you to jail if you
Diego.
refuse.
Oh,
to.
yeah.
Diego,
You,
hit
you
me.
go to jail, but Eric the Defender can help you beat that
What
charge.
if you get raped once you get to jail?
Well, Eric the Defender will pay you $500 if you plug his website.
So would you listen? Hold on.
What the fuck?
I don't know where that came from. I don't know where.
Then you need to go to your.
Would
nearest
you
MMA.
rather-
I'm trying to plug a sponsor over here, and Eric's trying to plug the inmates.
Would you rather take the test or get raped in jail?
You're not going to pass the test, pal. That's my point.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
You're not going to pass the test.
I rolled those dice in 2007.
You got
I
raped.
came up craps, right? So I can tell you now, I would rather take my chances
And get
of
raped.
getting raped.
You're not going to pass the
You're
test.
not gonna pass
that's
that
that's
test.
my whole. If you take nothing away from this, you're not going to pass the field sobriety test. They're looking
Do
for
not
stuff.
blow.
Well, no,
Diego-
don't blow.
Diego, that's how it goes.
Goddamn.
Diego,
Do not blow.
Diego, ask me if I want to take some field sobriety tests.
Would you be interested?
Fuck you, pig! I'm calling Eric the Defender.
Boom!
That's
That's
how
how
it
you
goes.
do it.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. That's
Don't
a
do it
commercial.
like Eric Garcia. Do it
That's
like
a
Richie the
commercial.
racist.
See?
Hey guys, the time for talk is over. This has been Fury Unleashed.
You son of a bitch.
And now, Houston, Texas, make some noise because the time for talk is over. It's time to